morning, everybody. Here we are on Vlogmas day 6. I can't believe it is day 6 already. This month is flying by. Of course, we've been extremely busy, so I guess that kind of helps the days to pass a little bit faster. But all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now, see how much of this work that I can get done, and we will check back in with you later. I'm in my office this morning, and it's going to be a little more of a low-key kind of day today because I've got bills to pay and schoolwork to grade. Those of you who saw our homeschooling video know that I do have to send the kids' work in to their school office at certain increments during the year so that they can get their report cards. So that's got to be worked on some today so that I can get that in the mail. And of course, we got to pay bills or that's going to be bad news. And so I think it's going to be mostly an office kind of day. Hopefully it won't take all day so that we can get back to decorating that tree this evening. Not really sure how long a lot of this process is going to take. They have their tests and their quizzes, papers they have to write, and all that kind of stuff. And usually I try to keep up with that during the 9 weeks so that it's not so much all on the grading day. But this particular 9 weeks, we've just been so busy doing a lot of stuff that I actually have not graded one paper yet. So I'm going to have a huge chunk of work cut out for me today. But anyway, if you guys didn't see the special announcement video I posted this morning, check it out. I was so excited to wake up this morning and have my very first company that I've done a review for offer all of you guys a discount. That was super exciting to wake up to that kind of news. So if you thought that longer lash was something that you wanted to take advantage of but didn't think that you would be able to afford it, now would be a great time to take advantage of that. Okay, you guys, so I've been sitting in here a little while now working on these bills and got the feeling a little down because all the beautiful Christmas stuff is out there. So I remembered that I had bought a little mini tree and a few little ornaments for this office. Actually, the turquoise tree that you guys have seen back in our bedroom is meant for this office whenever it ever gets together. But there's not really enough room in here to pull it in here right now. But I did get some other miniature stuff that I can put out. And so I'm just going to take a little bit of break and pull it out. Okay, can you guys see this little tree? You can also see a bunch of mess all crammed in this office. But he has turquoise and fuchsia and pink little ornaments. And he is just a beautiful silver glitter. The glitter's not really showing up on here on the camera too well, not like it is in person. But anyway, this little teeny tree I actually picked up last year at Family Dollar after Christmas when everything was, I can't remember if I got this one for half off or 75% off. At either rate, the half price would have been just $3, but it seems like I got it even cheaper than that. But he is just so cute to add just a little touch of the holidays in here. I can't really do too much else in here at this moment, so I figured I'd set him out and let him spruce up my mood just a little bit. Okay, finally the bills are done, and I think I've decided to put the schoolwork off just one more day because let me show you what I have totally forgotten about. Do you see what's still sitting there? My stack of papers. I haven't even thought about my coupons again since Sunday. Usually I get those all cut on Monday, but Monday we had a very busy day. So I'm going to forego the schoolwork and get these coupons finally clipped. I mean, do you guys ever have that kind of week where it seems like there's 50 million things to do and just not enough time in the day? Yeah, well, that's what kind of week this has been. Coupons are finally done, and look, I've showed you guys that before. I throw everything down on the floor when I do it out here in the dining room. Otherwise, in my office, it goes right into a bin. But because I don't have a desk in there yet and I'm using that round table, it's kind of hard to sit there and do the coupons. So in the dining room, it all goes on the floor until we have time to clean it up. So just every time I think that we're making some headway, getting things straightened back up around here with all the decorating, I go and make another mess. But I have at least cleaned up one of the messes right back here. Can you guys see that? Laundry is finally all done. Yes, well, okay. You can hear that the last load is in right now. So technically it's not done until it's folded and put away, but at least it's up off of the floor. So now I can mark 2 more tasks off of my to-do list. I don't know if you guys can see all of this big pile of ribbon. There's actually 2 little pillows down in there that we used to always use as throw pillows on the couch, but this whole thing is just full of ribbon. These right here were little $1 bags we got probably, probably 15 years ago from the Dollar Tree. We had found these and I had them stuffed with tissue paper and newspaper, and I would just set them out around like little presents and packages for decor during the holiday season. But all of this stuff, when we opened it up, still has that odor of mold, and probably could find a way to wash the ribbons so that I wouldn't have to necessarily get rid of them. But because they're all already cut and need to be fluffed out back into their bows, it's just going to probably be the best just to get rid of it. But can you guys see all the stuff that we've got to get rid of? I think that's probably been the hardest part of this whole process with trying to get the mold out of the house, is just all of the stuff that you have to say goodbye to. But the good thing to remember is that it is just things, and things can always be replaced. So this year, we're just going to go simple with more of the turquoise theme because we did find some good deals on that ribbon. And next year, or hopefully after Christmas, we'll find a bunch of these pretty colorful ribbons on sale with the after Christmas clearance, and we can start stocking up again just to kind of restart over next year. But wanted to give you guys a view of what's fixing to be thrown out. So here was the wreath that we always hung over the fireplace. Had the word Noel on it, and these are actually more gold. They're kind of picking up bronzy on camera. But anyway, we probably had this on there. What would you say? We bought this when we still were living in the apartments, weren't we? I think we bought this when we still were living in the apartments, right when we first had our daughter. Might have even been actually the Christmas before she was born. So this right here is probably about 18 years old, and we're going to have to say adios. So I got to tell you guys a little story about this box. I don't know how many of you are interested, but anyway, can you see what the top of that box says? The Disney Store. I don't remember exactly where we were when we got it, but you remember back whenever Steven was about 2 and we got him that Buzz Lightyear costume? He had a full Buzz Lightyear costume. You remember that, bud? He would wear it around the house, had the wings and everything flying. So anyway, but cardboard definitely can hold some mold spores in it. So all this stuff that holds memories got to go. But come in here and show them what's all these little ornaments right here. These bring back good memories. We had some good friends of ours that had made a few of these for us one year when our kids were small. It was some of their friends, and they had brought them over for a gift. We always hung them from the ceiling, and the next year, because we had liked them so much, the kids and I sat down and made a bunch more. Look at all those snowflakes ornaments. But of course, because of the mold, those are going to have to go as well. It really is pretty sad whenever you start having to go through a bunch of things to get rid of them, because so many things hold memories. But I mean, we have boxes and boxes of just ribbon after ribbon. This whole thing right here is just full of spools of ribbon. I don't know if you can really see that well, but every bit of it's going to have to go. I don't like to keep our Christmas stuff out in the shed. I know most people do, but because of weather and bugs and all that stuff, we had a closet here in the house where we had all of this stuff stacked from year to year. And that particular closet backed right up to our bathroom. And the bathroom is where we had a lot of leakage happening from the vent that was going up in the roof. And we'll talk about this on a Cocoa and Cookies. I don't want to take up a lot of time today talking about it. At any rate, water was getting down in that wall and we didn't know it. And so when we got ready to do some of the renovations and we pulled out that the wall. You couldn't see it from inside the closet, but behind the wall was just infested with that black mold that had been there all those years. So I'm guessing that because these were stored in that closet, even just bringing this up to my nose already almost gives me an instant headache because it's just so bad in here. But you can see how good everything still looks. Like, to look at our stuff would not indicate that it had been contaminated at all. And that was what was so frustrating about it. So it's really, not only have we had to start over at our home, but obviously you can see we are basically restarting our whole life over. So anyway, all these are about to go as well. Look at all our garlands, guys. Every bit of it gotta go. But I am at least gonna take the lights off. I think that the strands of lights are okay because they're just a real hard plastic. And I'm pretty sure I'll be able to salvage all the lights, but all the greenery and all that. So a big thanks to Old Time Pottery that you had your garlands on sale. We were only able to pick up 3 this year, but hopefully after Christmas we'll find a lot of those on a half price special, or maybe even 75% off, stored up for next year.
What?
And there's the pile of old stockings and Santa hats that are going to have to go. See our talking tree. Douglas fir, the talking tree. My mom bought this for my daughter when she was born, her very first Christmas. She was only 3 months old. That's how long we've had this tree. But of course, it definitely has the smell as well. So we're going to have to finally say goodbye to Douglas. And here goes the old tree. We definitely hate to get rid of this tree. This is a beautiful tree. You guys can see it all decorated up back on the Christmas Traditions video. I have some pictures inserted there. But anyway, big story behind that tree. Maybe one day I'll tell you guys about it. But here we go, saying goodbye. One of my most favorite collections that I have had probably for about 15 years now. These little snowmen we got at Sam's Club one year, and I have not seen these back or anything like them since then. But I'm fixing to open this up and show it to you. And I think this year, because everything is just all discombobbled around the house, I'm going to try to display these in my kitchen if I can make my idea work. So let's see if we can get that going. In our kitchen, our stove sits in here at just a little bit of an angle, as you can see, and we still got some work to do in here, like our backsplash, and got to finish some molding around this countertop because when we put everything back together, now that's not quite fitting the way it did before. But I think this little area back here behind the stove is what I'm going to turn into a little snow land wonderland for those snowmen. So let's see how we can make this turn out. All about the staging. Put you some pots or bowls or whatever you've got upside down, up underneath whatever it is that you're trying to create to elevate things, to give different heights, and then just begin covering it over with your fabric. That white fabric is going to help it look like snow, and then we want to put our lights on top of that before we lay the white tulle over. That way it'll give it just a good little glow underneath the tulle. Always put the cord, the outlet plug, towards the back. Then we can run a white extension cord to our outlet, and that will cut down on it looking tacky. It'll look a lot better and blend a lot better that way. Okay, Okay, so I have decided and dug around a little bit and found some lights with the white wires, which is actually going to look a lot better with this. So if you guys want to replicate it, try to get you the white lights with the white wires. So we're going to pull this back off and try to change these lights out to get the best effect. Now, just remember that the lights do get hot and they put off some heat, and it may not always be the safest thing to place fabric on top of them, so that's just something to keep in mind. Maybe do a little research before you do this, just to prevent any type of accidents from happening. Just a suggestion for you. One of the things that has preserved this after all these years, and I've had it a really long time, is that I always make sure to package it back up in its original packaging. So if you have those real precious pieces that you want to last for a really long time, then that is a suggestion for you as you get ready to tear down all of your decorations after the holidays. Here is our finished product, our little winter wonderland. I absolutely adore this little set. Obviously, you guys know by now that I love snowmen in general, but this set here that we got, it is a white porcelain, and it is trimmed with a beautiful shiny gold accent. It's not showing up super shiny on camera, but the little tree that it has of course the gold embellishments as well as the silver. And they are just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like I said, I've had this, I don't know, 12, 15 years, I guess. It's been a long time that we've had this little set here, and I just love it. Okay, you guys, I am pretty worn out. It has been a long and kind of exhausting day, and I think just because I really haven't been sleeping very well this week, or very much, I guess I should say, keeping late hours and getting up early and just so much to do. But this is one more thing that I can knock off of my list to do. Tomorrow, I hope to have for you finally the Christmas DIY from the Dollar Tree. If you guys were collecting your supplies a few weeks ago with those little plaques that we found and the phone cord board, then go ahead and get those ready. Hopefully tomorrow I can have that up and running for you guys so you can get your DIY finished before the big day. At any rate, I'm going to go ahead and call it an evening, get this video edited and up for you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.